Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. New fan film from last Saturday's Elimination Chamber. Toronto shows how devastated Jade Cargill was after making her comeback. Prior to the women's chamber match beginning, Cargill shockingly assaulted Naomi. Cargill hurried to the ring as soon as her music sounded, interrupting the bout between the Glow and Liv Morgan. After Big Jade teased Morgan, she turned her attention to Naomi, who was unable to take part in the competition because of the horrific attack she had endured. The Instagram clip of Brock Lesnar guy from the ringside was uploaded by a fan on X, the platform previously known as Twitter. After assaulting Naomi, Jade Cargill almost broke down in tears in the scene. As Cargill stepped out of the chamber and made her way to the rear, she fought back tears. Everything in the piece was spot on, but the portrayal of the character's emotions was particularly impressive. During the beating, Jade Cargill was very aggressive, going so far as to eliminate Naomi by using the door to the Elimination Chamber. Bianca Belair was in disbelief, while Liv Morgan went through a rapid emotional roller coaster. In spite of her near hysteria, Belair regained her calm and went on to win the match. Additionally, Alexa Bliss, Roxanne Perez, and Bayley all expressed alarm at the attack on Naomi. What happens as a result of Elimination Chamber is something to watch. Concerning Jade Cargill's comeback and assault on Naomi, viewers of Elimination Chamber, Toronto Post-show confronted Bianca Belair about it. Despite her confusion, the WWE intended to speak with both ladies in order to determine what had transpired. What this means for Belair's road to WrestleMania 41 is anybody's guess. The Women's World Championship match between Rhea Ripley and Io Sky will determine her opponent. While intense emotions are commonplace in WWE, Jade Cargill's response to her startling attack on Naomi at the Elimination Chamber event was one of the most memorable moments of recent memory. The night took a dramatic turn when Cargill's assault on Naomi left the strong wrestler clearly disturbed, dampening what was supposed to be a landmark moment in her WWE career. Now that film of her exiting the stadium has emerged, fans and commentators are wondering what the rising WWE star will do next, and her thoughts about the event have become the subject of discussion. A lot of people were waiting a long time for Jade Cargill to make her WWE debut. She came into WWE with an aura of domination that put the women's division on notice after an amazing run in AEW, and she swiftly became an unbeatable force. In the Elimination Chamber, she could show off her raw strength against the best in the business. But the psychological consequences of her acts were completely unexpected. Cargill and Naomi's animosity escalated throughout the bout. Having previously been allies, the two ladies now hold each other in high esteem for their own abilities and ambitions. Respect developed into animosity as the stakes were higher in the chamber's high-pressure atmosphere. During their vicious altercation, Cargill performed a succession of devastating moves, culminating in a resounding powerbomb that caused Naomi immense agony on the mat. A terrifying scenario unfolded within the steel structure as the referee stepped in and medical staff hurried to assess Naomi's health. At first, Cargill seemed to revel in her superiority, towering above Naomi as the audience went wild with applause and jeers. But as she left the chamber and the chaos subsided, her mood shifted. Unexpectedly, a new side of Cargill was about to surface. Jade Cargill seemed extremely distressed in video shot by supporters shortly after the contest ended. A video of Cargill's demeanor as she walks approaching the locker room area went viral, showing that she lacked the usual air of confidence and authority. Officials from WWE approached her after she halted for a second, perhaps wiping away tears. "I didn't intend to take it that far," she allegedly said when overheard. The WWE Universe was taken aback by this incident. Did this indicate guilt? Did Cargill feel remorse for what she did? Or was she just too swept up in the excitement of the match? Some fans thought Cargill had let her emotions get the better of her, while others thought this may be a turning point in her character growth, and the topic quickly went viral on social media. Throughout her career, Jade Cargill has maintained the image of a strong competitor who shows no emotion. It wasn't easy for her to get to WWE, however. Leaving AEW for WWE was like stepping into a completely new world, full of unfamiliar faces and intense pressure. Although she was a formidable opponent in AEW, the mental and physical demands of WWE made her struggle all the more. Cargill may have reached a tipping point when the assault on Naomi, a beloved veteran, occurred. Because of how WWE stories are structured, it's hard to know whether Cargill's reaction was a true emotional reaction or a part of a developing plotline. Whatever the case may be, it was a turning point that complicated her character and her trajectory in WWE. As soon as fans saw the video of Cargill's departure, they flocked to social media platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube to analyze the scene. Others said that her exhibiting a human side may cause a dramatic change in her character, and they lauded her for it. Some saw this as the first sign that Cargill was about to face an existential crisis, forcing her to choose between continuing along her destructive path and creating a new legacy. The event was discussed by several WWE legends. The profundity in Cargill's response, according to Hall of Famer Booker T's comments on his podcast, might propel her to even greater stardom. "We haven't seen this side of Jade before," he said. "Her character could reach new heights if this was an authentically moving moment, and fans adore seeing characters grow. This kind of thing happens very seldom in wrestling, so it's important to enjoy it," according to former WWE superstar Trish Stratus. When compared to other types of entertainment, WWE stands out because to its raw emotion. It shows that Jade cares if she is having trouble processing what occurred. Because of that, I think she's even more famous now. How can WWE make the most of this opportunity? That is the most pressing concern right now. If this is the start of Cargill's inner turmoil, the studio may use it to create an interesting redemption storyline in which she tries to make up with Naomi for what she did. On the other hand, this may ignite a more sinister change in her character, where she embraces the tyranny that propelled her to the pinnacle of her field. The reaction from Naomi is another interesting aspect. A high-stakes feud building up to WrestleMania may be put in motion if she returns with a grudge against Cargill. The emotional stakes were so high that the bout would become more than just a boxing contest. It would become a tale of second chances, treachery, and inner turmoil. Even the most formidable competitors have their weak spots, as seen by Jade Cargill's emotional collapse during the Elimination Chamber attack on Naomi. This moment has captivated followers and made them want to see what happens next, regardless of whether it's true or just a part of the story. Because of Cargill's response, there is now an organic, must-watch plotline in professional wrestling, which is beautiful because it combines athleticism with narrative. Whatever happens next with WWE, one thing is certain: Jade Cargill has mesmerized fans with much than just her athletic abilities. You can see the weight of her actions on film as she makes her tearful farewell, proving that even powerful people can be moved. Those kinds of moments might be the most electrifying in WWE.